Washington state workers who showed up throughout the pandemic are feeling disrespected by their employers as the state opens up. About 1,200 education support professionals from SEIU Local 1948 in the Bethel School District south of Tacoma are in contract negotiations. At a school board meeting today, they'll be holding a rally and calling for proper compensation for their work throughout the pandemic. Jen Hansen is a student resource specialist and union chapter president. She says their unofficial slogan is to fight the fight to make it right.
We need our pay brought up so that we can support our families and be respected.
Members of SEIU Local 1948 include child nutrition, transportation, and maintenance staff. Hansen says they continue to show up at schools even as learning went remote. Teachers who received a raise from the district will be at the rally today to support their colleagues. The Bethel School District says they've collaboratively solved many areas of interest with the union and are working to conclude negotiations as soon as possible. Brittany Jones has been a registered nurse in Harborview Medical Center's emergency department for more than a decade and a half. She says work during the pandemic has been stressful and scary, and she saw many nurses leave the profession completely. Jones says she and other nurses from SEIU 1199 feel like they've been slapped in the face by Harborview as they go through contract negotiations.
My coworkers and I are angry. We're angry that we're not being respected and that we're not being compensated. And it's all interwoven. So if Harborview can't respect us enough to pay us enough to stay, it affects the entire community.
In a statement, the University of Washington Medicine says it's put forward its largest package ever with some of the biggest wage increases ever offered, including an 8% increase over 2 years for registered nurses. Hansen says the rally today is to emphasize the critical role of education support staff for schools.
Without us, you're not going to have schools in session. And so treat us with respect so that we can show you that we want to respect our schools and our students in our community.
For Washington News Service, I'm Eric Tegedoff at publicnewsservice.org.